Good morning, everybody. So I did wake up at 5 o'clock this morning, and then I was like, oh, I need to go back to bed. And then I was like, oh, but Aimee, the one that won today's drawing, she's from Perth. Oh. And she's a couple of hours behind me. So she wouldn't be awake yet anyway. So I was like, okay, I get to sleep in a little bit. I'm just going to change the time. And yeah, so I got to sleep in a little bit more and I feel a little bit more refreshed. So we should be able to be good to go. Hello, everybody. Hey, Maureen, Majin, Sandy. Aimee, of course, you'd be the first one to be on here. So this is Aimee's grandson, Kai. And Aimee is number 19 out of the 25 drawings. So she got picked yesterday to be drawn, to have her image that she put in drawn live today. And I had made a promise that the next portrait I get, I will do using the Lumograph pencils. So this was the next portrait that popped up. So I was like, okay, I'm going to stick to my word and I'm going to use the Lumograph pencils. So I got this new set here. I haven't even opened it yet. And this is what you guys suggested. So Wicked and Esme and a couple of you said these are just the way to go, because they have really dark darks, which is what I don't really like so much about graphite pencils, is because you can never get black enough. Wow, they really sealed this properly. But apparently with the Lumograph pencils, they get really, really dark. So the 8B is practically black. So we'll see how that goes. And then a few other tools that I'll be using with it as well. I do have a white Prismacolor pencils. So the paper I decided to use was the Stonehenge paper. And it's a warm grey. And I thought that would be nice contrast, because then when I have highlights, I can make the highlights pop out even more with a white. Okay, so this is what the set looks like when you open them. And I think I'm going to make a teeny little swatch here, and that's why I changed the clock over here, so that I had more space. I got a nice little vintage stopwatch there, and yeah, so that gives me more space to work over here. I didn't want to go too big because I haven't used these pencils before. I've never really been fond of using graphite pencils, but I guess it's time for me to give it another go. I also have a couple of Tortillions over here. Okay, so I have my Tombow erasers. I have the Faber-Castell eraser pencil. I have a white Prismacolor pencil, and I have Tortillions. I just have a couple here, and that's all. That is all. Oh, and then at the very end when I'm adding the highlights, I'll use the Uniposco white paint marker. So let's keep them over there. I've already put the outline, transferred the outline on here just so that we can get going straight up. Oh, and I have a little kneaded putty eraser thing, kneaded eraser, which I don't know. I've never really used it, but we might use it today. We'll see. Right. Okay. Hey Jody. Aimee's like, glad you got to sleep in a bit. I know. So your pick saved the day. Otherwise, I'd probably be a real zombie right now. Hey, Ian. Sandy. Jody's saying, I can't wait to see this and how you deal with the shine from graphite. I'm clueless with this. Well, apparently this one doesn't have too much shine, so let's see what happens. Okay, so let's put Kai back here so we can see him a little better. And then the watch is just there for my time-lapse videos. I need to remember to record, so I am actually going to use the stopwatch on my phone, because there's a chunk that I didn't record out of yesterday's parrot, and you can see it in the time lapse. It's on the real-time video, but it's not on the time lapse. Okay, stopwatch. Well, not stopwatch, timer. Timer, 15 minutes. I'll start that in a second. Yes, please remember all questions in capital letters. It just makes it easier for me to see, because I won't be looking up at every question. Okay. Aimee was really worried she'd oversleep. Okay, so let's see what this says. So it says Lumograph, Mars Lumograph Black, which is the English version here. So premium quality artist pencils, 4 degrees, high proportion of carbon, matte jet black results, for drawing and hatching, for expressive sketches and portraits. Cool. Does it say anything else? No. Radio. So I want to try this 8B out right now and see how dark it actually is. So, whoa, whoa. It's very soft. Let's sharpen it to a nice point. Oh, what? I already broke the point. Okay. Oh no, I keep breaking the point. I think I need to get a different sharpener. No, that's not the right one. I'm trying my Derwent battery powered sharpener. It doesn't sound very healthy. I might have to replace those batteries. Oh, another sharpener. There we go. Okay, so I have a brand new Steadtler sharpener like this. I got a whole bunch of them, and that sharpened it quite nicely. So I guess the blade in the other sharpener, let me put that away, it's not so sharp anymore. So, okay, wow. I'm hardly putting any pressure on that, and that is dark, which is good. So I'm gonna just create a little template here, move myself out the way. Yeah, so create a template there and blend it with the Tortillions and see how it feels. And then that's going dark. And I don't see a wax bloom on there. Let's go really dark on this edge. Oh my gosh, no wax bloom. That is so good. No wax bloom. Wow. Okay, okay. I'm feeling better about this, about graphite. Now let's use a Tortillion. I've got a clean one over here. Let's blend that in. Oh, these are so nice. So I thought the Faber-Castell 9000 graphite series was going to be the best graphite pencils, and that's what I used before, but they're still very, they don't go as dark as I'd like, and they're still very, they have a bit of a wax bloom. So let's see if I go over that again. Okay, so if I go over that again, if you look at it from an angle, it will be shiny, but otherwise from the top it's not shiny. Okay, so that's 8B. Wow, that is very, very nice. So let's skip one. Let's go 8B. Let's go 5B next. See what that looks like. Wow, these are so dark. No, it's like, how could Geraldine never have used a kneaded eraser? I think I have one in every room of my house. Probably because I never use graphite. Do you use graphite a lot, Nanette? Luke says, I guess you'll learn that it's way better than other erasers soon. Okay. I will have to have a little practice spot using the kneaded eraser then, I think. Jody says, I highly recommend the Derwent Super Point Handcraft Sharpener. I love it. I have the standard size, not the mini. Derwent Super Point Handcraft Sharpener. This is my notepad. Got to take notes of all the useful information you guys give me. I wonder if we spoke about it on the art page. I don't know. Derwent Super Point Handcraft. Handcraft sharpener. Cool. Hand crank. Hand crank sharpener. Hey Wicked. Oh no, I'm really gonna feel the pressure if Wicked's watching. Marjean's saying, I use my kneaded with colored pencil. Oh, do you really? I never use it. I wonder, okay, I'm gonna have to see how to use it properly. So let's sharpen this one too. Beautiful. So this is the 5B. Wow. 5B. Let's go 2B. You can definitely feel how it gets much harder as you go with the lighter colors. Lighter cores. Oh, I can see I'm going to use 2B a lot. That one feels really, really nice. See, it produces quite a smooth grain as well because it's harder. It's not so soft. So that's the 2B. Let's see the HB. The HB is nice. The HB is very nice. Okay, so that's the HB. And then I wonder if I'd even use the 2H. I'm not sure. I would, yes, I would. Just for those real soft tones by the skin is very, very light. The skin, I'm gonna have to be careful I don't overdo the skin. Hey David. Hey, I saw your video yesterday on YouTube. It was so cool. You did really, really well. And your Facebook page is looking really nice too. George says Leontine Van Villet on YouTube and Patreon uses a black polychromos pen. Oh yes, I have a black polychromos on standby here. I haven't even, it's a brand new one. It's on standby. So just hold on, I'm just gonna go check some. I'm back. My dogs decided that they just want to be very noisy. Okay. Hi, Jamie. No bloom with this. No bloom with these pencils. Oh, the bloom that everyone talks about Wicked is if you really press hard with a graphite pencil and it's very shiny. Okay. So this is the 2H. Which is, it's a very hard core, but it's probably going to be great for those real subtle values. Okay, so this is 2H. And then I want to see what the white looks like. So let's just make a strip over here. So this is just a white Prismacolor pencil, which we'll use for highlights. Yes, that's going to be nice. Actually, maybe I'm better off using a white pastel pencil instead of a wax pencil. Because a pastel pencil I can still blend smooth. I'll get a white pastel pencil, I think. Hey, Heather! Ian says it's called Graphite Glare. Where are they? I don't know what I did with my pastel pencils. Okay, I found them. So, the white pastel pencil. Is that white? Zinc white. This is permanent white. So the white pastel pencils might be good, because then I can still use the Tortillions and stuff, whereas with the wax-based pencil, it's going to be there for good. Okay, let's blend these in and feel what they feel like with the Tortillion. Oh, do a black pencil for comparison? Yes. Okay, so I've got a black Prismacolor pencil. Let's put it here. I mean, that 8B is pretty dark. That's pretty cool. You guys can't see it. There we go. So that's the black Prismacolor pencil. And then that's just the white pastel pencil, the Cretacolor one. Cool. And then, okay, so I'm gonna blend the light, oopsie. So that already had graphite on it, so it shouldn't be that dark. So if I wanted to lighten that up, would I use the kneaded eraser then? Would you use that for, yeah. That lightens it up a little. Cool. Okay, then HB, shade that in. UV. B. Those are some good values. Those are good. They look really good. Now I want to see, do you just sharpen these like a normal pencil? Oh, you do too. Wow. Okay. So I have the Faber-Castell Perfection pencil, so they have two little eraser tips on there. So I want to see how well they erase. Very good. Very, very good. So that's also very good if we want to lighten something up. They erase pretty easy. Cool. Let's start. Jody says white pan pastel would work too. Ooh, no, I said we'll stick to pencils. I'll try and only use white for the real light highlights. Okay, I'm gonna start off with the eyes. The eyes are pretty dark and they're so pretty, and I love starting with the eyes. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go. Let's just establish everything with a 2B first, and then we'll gradually go darker. It's better to gradually go darker, isn't it? Ooh. Okay, coffee, and let's go. And okay, so I'm starting to record with my camera. See, this doesn't look very nice. Now I need to bring this all the way to the bottom. Just camera effects. Okay, that looks better on the camera. There we go. And start the timer so I can remember to press record, and let's go. So you can see, yep, the reference is up there. What I also have is I have a little print copy over here like this, which I'm gonna fold about and just do whatever I want with it, and it's gonna help me. If you always have your reference really close, it's gonna help you see things better. Okay, I know this part of the eye is going to be really dark, so I'm not afraid to shade it with my 2B pencil. So I'm just using... And I can't remember the last time I drew in graphite. It would have probably been around the beginning of the year. So I do not have the feel for graphite for a while. So I gotta have to just... I don't know, it's like I never got the hang of graphite, not compared to like I got the hang of colored pencils. But it's so weird, most people that go into colored pencils find graphite easier, and then colored pencils they find harder, but I'm the opposite. I find graphite harder. I think I'm probably already going too dark too quickly, so I'm not gonna add any more to that eye. Let's finish the whole eye. So let's blend that in. It's cool because whatever's on your stump, you can use it to just work it around a bit more on your tortillion. Cool, that looks cool already. Oh my gosh, how cool does that look already? I think I'm liking Lumograph. Jamie said, I never thought I'd want to try graphite, but here I am, wanting to try graphite. Ah, dear. If you guys keep following me and getting all the supplies, I'm going to make you bankrupt. Jamie says, my printer doesn't do quality prints like that. This is not a quality print. It's just a black and white print. I'm glad you think it's just a laser printer. Jamie, you don't have to do that. Maureen will sort all that out. Thank you very much, though. He's a quality grandson. Okay. Right, let's leave that like that for now, and let's do the other eye. I'm quite happy. I'll do the other eye in 2B as well. Yes, Luke says with graphite it's important to not put your hand on the paper, by the way. Yes. I'm gonna have to do something about that. I know what to do. What was driving you crazy, Nanette? Me putting the hand on the paper? Cool. And it's like, yes, I wanted to slap your hand. Hey, Nats Palooza. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna use a 2H for these little creases under the eye. Okay, that's good for now. I'll blend that in. Aw, Amy's like, if Kai was here, he'd be watching with me right now. So those that only tuned in later, this is Kai. So Aimee was the one that entered this photo of her grandson in, and she was selected yesterday for today's live stream drawing. So she's really excited. And then in about in 20 minutes I'll do the giveaway, and then at 11:30 on here I will do I'll pick the next one for Monday's drawing, your Sunday. Okay, I'm not so fearful of graphite anymore. I'm starting to like the way this is feeling. Okay, let's do that really nice dark spot in the corner of the eye. Okay, camera check. Let's go 14 minutes, start. Okay. So I have a teeny little tortillion here. That. Oh, that is such a good dark pencil. Now I really want to add that to that eye. Let's do it. So I'm gonna take yes, let's just do it. Those eyes are very, very dark, so I'm going to use the 8B. No, I might just cut this into 4 little cubes. Then I don't have to hold it down with my fingers. looks so cool. Remember, if you want me to read anything, please put in capital letters. Okay, I'm going to use this real tiny one again. How good is that? Now, Aimee says, Shells, I'll send you one of those graphite gloves for you to try next time you use graphite. I don't like putting gloves on my hands. But thank you, I appreciate your your generosity. Okay, let's use, where did I put it? This. Let's use this, see if we can. Lighten that out. And then let's try the white pastel pencil just to whiten some of the side of the eye. There we go. I think that's a pretty good start. Hi Jada. So the giveaway that's going to come up very soon is a $50 voucher, dependent on where the winner lives. So if the winner is in the UK, you'll get a voucher from an art supply store in the UK. If you're in the US, probably be Jerry's maybe, or Dick Blick. And if you're in Australia, it'll be Eckersley's. So depending on who the winner is, you will get a $50 gift voucher for some art supplies. And to qualify for that giveaway, you need to have commented yellow crown under yesterday's part 1 live stream video. And, oh, why am I taking that pencil? And today's giveaway is of a Father's Pride print. So that one, you need to comment roar underneath this video once it ends. but I'll show you that when I pick the next giveaway winner. Where's the other eye? When I'm teaching my students in workshops, I tell them they need to do this. They need to keep their reference as close as possible, and it makes a big difference. Because some of them keep it like way out here, and then they're not looking at it enough. This forces your eye to keep looking at your reference. David's like, what about Antarctica? I think we're safe. I don't think anyone from Antarctica would... Well, I don't know. I have to send them a free online thing then for something. I wonder where Aimee is. Aimee must be pretty busy. Oh, Kai's mom is watching too. Now I feel like I really need to do a good job. See, I'm trying to go too far with one pencil. I need to swap it over. So I got the 2B now. Blend that in with a super mini tortillion. Yeah, this is moving a little bit faster than normal, isn't it? Okay, I can bring this down a bit more here. Make that darker. Okay, let's use our eraser pencil. Okay, let's use a smidge of the white. And blend that in properly. Check. Ah, see? Camera. Thanks, Maureen. Okay, start timer. Jamie's asking, are there eraser pencils handy to have? Yeah. Well, I guess if you have a Tombow eraser, because the tips are still pretty nice and small with a Tombow eraser. Yeah, you really don't. You can either or will do. Both are good. Where's my other Tombow? Okay, so the scary part is the nose. So I'm gonna use my 2H and I'm just gonna take it slow with the nose. Let's get this one. So that's another one. I have another print here. Make it straight. So let's see what we can do about the nose. So I'm using the 2H pencil now. The eyes are super easy for me to do. Nose and lips, not so much. I get afraid of doing nose and lips with human portraits. Such a cute little nose. Thanks, Kim. That's sweet. Mary says Tombow erasers are great for highlights on the eyes or for strands of hair. Super handy. Yes. I realized the other day that I lied about not using Derwents before. I didn't lie about not using Derwents before. The Inktense is the first time I used Derwents. These are Faber-Castell Graphite Aquarelle Pencils. So they're the water-soluble graphite pencils that I have tried before, and they're really good. So I tried them as an underlayer for the shades and shadows and that. I did a piece of Thane and his dog. I don't know if you saw that. That was the last commission I did, actually, where he was holding his fluffy dog, Vern, and I did the underlayering of his skin before I applied the colored pencils over the top. I used the Derwents. Not the Derwents, the Faber-Castell Aquarelles. And they were really good. They're very dark the minute you add water, but it sort of feels like the Inktense pencils in the sense that once you add the water and it dries, I guess you can erase it, but it's not as smooth as what you would get if you just did something like this. But they are still very nice pencil to use. Hi Renee, hey Ngozi. Such a cute little Cupid's bow. Ah, it's already past 11. Alright, that goes so fast. Right, let's do the giveaway and then we'll carry on. Hey Clarice. Okay. So yesterday we did Oscar the yellow-crowned Amazon parrot. And we use watercolor paint and watercolor pencils for that one. And the giveaway is a $50 voucher. Not that video. If you commented yellow crown in the comments under the part 1 of the live stream video. So I'm turning the camera off. Okay, 31 comments. Wow, Nanette, you are number 1. Nanette is number 1. Bruce is number 2. Jody is number 3. Jada is number 4. David is number 5. Aaron, number 6. Blossom, number 7. Landy, number 8. Rob, number 9. Esme, number 10. Lonely Pilgrim, number 11. Lola, 12. Carol, 13. Luke, 14. Patty, 15. Tracy, 16. Marianne, 17. Jamie, 18. Susanna Fine Art, 19. Clarice, 20. Noise, 21. Tanya, 22. Ngozi, 23. Barb, 24. Susan, 25. Heather, 26. Amy, 27. Roseanne, Amal, 28. Margine, 29. Okay, 29. I gotta remember now that that is the maximum number. Okay. So using our random number app, our maximum number was 29. Done. Save. And let's pick. Number 18. Who was number 18? 29. 28. Is that you, Jamie? Okay, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It is Jamie. Congratulations. Oh, how cool. And you are in Melbourne, so you are totally getting a $50 Eckersley's voucher. Well done. Because you said please. Cool. Well done, Jamie. I'm so happy for you. Eckersley's is my favorite. I love them. They have everything. And they post so fast. I'm out in the country, but I get things within 2 or 3 days. It's amazing. Okay. Okay, recording. Starting the timer again. Aimee, you just have excitement written everywhere. Facebook, Patreon. It's funny. Okay, starting my timer, starting my camera. Let's go. Okay. So let's do these lips. So what's that cutout like over here? Okay, let's use this cutout. my gosh, what music is this? Okay, Joanna's saying, did you send my doll out? What do you mean? What do you mean? Which doll? Renee is saying, are you ever using graphite powder? What brand do you prefer? No, I haven't used graphite powder. I've taken a graphite stick and sort of powderized the tip using a little, I don't know what you call those things. But no, don't really use it. Don't have much experience with it, so sorry, I can't tell you what I really think about it. Amy says, Kai is watching now too. Jamie can't come to chat right now, too busy browsing Eckersley's. Maybe they have sales on now too, because of Black Friday. Well, I don't know, it's Australia. Maybe not. Oh, Joanna's saying my prize, the anatomy doll. I'm sending everything out on the 4th of December, Joanna. So I'm just going to send them all out at the same time. I haven't been out of the house to even go to the post office since I started this. Ronnie's saying, nice to see Shaldene's change the time. Oh, did the early times, or when it's early for me, did those times not work for you, Ronnie? I was going to start at 6 a.m. this morning, and then when I realized that Aimee is in Perth, then it would be like 3 a.m. in the morning for her, so she wouldn't see it. So I was like, oh, I can go back to bed and extend the time to later. Okay, this 2H is really, really nice to use if you just want to slowly work on an area. So now I'm going to use the 2B just to make the shadow underneath the upper lip a little darker. Then let's find the other side of the lips. Here. Oh, cool! I've never tried that before. Where's the eye? Still over the eye. Oh, that's so that way I can see if I position the nose properly. I did. Cool. I always see other artists do that on Instagram, but I never do it myself. Wicked saying it's probably even better. You know exactly what grade you're using. In the powder bottles, there is more than one, I've heard. Ah, okay. Really? Joanna says, I thought I was the only one who did art all day and didn't leave the house. No, there's plenty of us. Hey, Peggy. Carol says, I've been excited to see a piece done in graphite. I've been practicing with graphite, pencils, and powder. I'm glad I was able to see this live stream. Cool. I really wish Wicked and Esme had a YouTube channel and you guys were doing this stuff. One day, one day. I know not everybody has the opportunity to do this full time, so it's not easy. Carol's saying, can you still blend with solvent with graphite? I've just been using a blender. Yes, don't put any liquid on graphite. No, blending is you blend with a tortillion or a tissue or something to put pressure on the graphite, but not with any liquids. No, it's not water soluble. Unless you use the aquarelle graphite pencils, then those are made for water, then you could add water to them, but never solvent. Yes, I've got some brushes here and I have used a brush before, but I like the effect of the tortillions a lot more. Hey Dee Dee's asking, hey Sheldine, I love watching. How many pieces of art do you do a day and how long does it take you? Wow, I've been doing one artwork a day for the whole of November and they've been ranging between 3 and 6 hours. Seems to be the amount of time it's been taking, and they're only small. So if I was to do anything bigger, it would take me a day or two or longer depending on the size and the detail. So I've only been doing small ones so that I can finish them in a day. It's very hard to say how much time something's going to take. Until you actually do it, you're not going to know how long it's going to take you. Okay, I'm gonna blend that in. Carly is saying, so Carly is Kai's mother, and she's saying that Kai is waving at his picture. Hello, Kai. Ooh, Jamie has an important lesson to share with us from doing Marjine's dolphin. Share away. Did you finish? Uh, 10 more minutes and we pick the next live stream winner. It just restarted on its own. Okay, start. Sometimes it's very well behaved. Oh, what did Jamie say? So Jamie said, I used a black pan pastel to transfer the image. I did the water, and then to stop the blue rubbing around, I sealed it. Okay, so now I have to try and cover the trace lines in the dolphin because they won't rub out. I know, that sucks. Jamie. Yeah, thanks for sharing. You need to do a very light outline. So use a watercolor pencil or use the Inktense outliner. Oh, but what pencils did you use? You use the Prismacolors and Polychromos? Yeah, don't do a black outline unless you're gonna be doing something over it that's really dark. Otherwise, like I've been using like light browns and stuff instead. So yeah, you need to create really subtle outlines, and then if you create a dark graphite outline, you go over it with your eraser first so that you can just barely see the outline. You must be able to just see it, and then that means it will be light enough for you to cover with your pencils and it won't come through. But if you know you're going to be putting a light color over, so if you're doing skin tones, for example, do not use a black pan pastel for your transfer line. Use a cream color or a very light brown or a sienna even, so because those colors will match the skin tones, but black will just end up coming through. Yeah, once those lines are there and you've sealed it with the pencils over the top, you can't get rid of those lines from the bottom unless you make it darker. Hey, Roberts! Ronnie's saying, what about using the Color Rays pencils from Prismacolor? I've been thinking of using them for outlines. Oh, I don't know those pencils. Oh, those are color pencils that you can erase. Yes, I actually have some of those. Yes, those would be good for doing outlines. Because they're color pencils that you can erase. Hence the name. Jamie, if you only have black, then do you have a chalk pastels or anything? You could use a light chalk pastel in the same way. Or use the black and then erase the black and replace the black outline with a very light layer with a graphite pencil. Cool, now we can define these lips. Right, so let's use the 2B. So in the description, I do have a list of the materials that I'm using, if you want to know. So the paper, it's not a white paper, it's a warm grey Strathmore paper, and that's why if I add white over the top, it's going to make the highlights pop out a fair bit. Okay, so there, Amy's asking, what did you use today? So I'm using the Steadtler Lumograph pencils, graphite pencils. I'm using the Strathmore multi-colored paper, the warm grey one, I think that's what I said. The pearl grey is what I'm using. And then I'm using a pastel white pencil, and I don't think I'll use the black Prismacolor pencil. And I know it says Prismacolor white in the materials, but I'll change that to pastel white. It's a pastel color soft, no, Cretacolor white pastel pencil. For the outline, I just used I put graphite on the back and I just transferred it. I think it was a 2B graphite pencil. Carol's asking, what is the best paper to use for graphite? I've been using 89 GSM. I don't know, that's a good question. I'd ask Wicked what she thinks, what's the best paper to use for graphite. I think the GSM doesn't matter too much. The weight of the paper doesn't have to be very strong with graphite because you're not using liquid or anything on it. But the texture of the paper I think matters. So this texture, there's no texture on this paper. It's very, very smooth. So that's why I decided to use this paper. And then if you use a paper that's got a bit of color, then it will help. When you add white, it's just going to make those highlights more extreme. Karen says, I like graphite on Bristol and big medium point. I've been trying to work with color pencil but can't seem to get the hang of it. One thing I should say, now that I'm working with graphite as well, is when you're working with colored pencils, you can't treat it the same as graphite. I think because people have experience with graphite first before colored pencil, and then they naturally want to treat the colored pencils the same as graphite, but you can't, because you can't blend colored pencils like you can with graphite. You have to use a medium to blend it, or a solvent. It's not like Tortillions. And you're not just focusing on values now anymore, you're also focusing on colors. So there's more things to sort of think about when you're using colored pencils, and you need to sort of shift out of your way of thinking with graphite pencils. And that's what some people struggle with. But if I can give you advice, if you're switching to colored pencils from graphite, let me pause this, I'm going to select the next winner anyways. When you are, now I lost what I wanted to say. Oh, when you only have experience with graphite and you want to use colored pencils, the first thing I would suggest that you do with your colored pencils is create color swatches. Create swatches with all your pencils, and create the swatches. Each pencil color that you're going to use in your swatch, you're going to go from dark to light, and then you're going to create as many different variations of value with that one colored pencil to see what ranges of color you get from one color. And then when you do that with every pencil and you have your swatches, it's very easy to compare to your reference. I'll show you quickly what I mean. So let's say you are new, you've only got experience with graphite and you're switching to colored pencils now, then you should create these. So these swatches, so here are the polychromos swatches, and these are the Prismacolor swatches. And you can see that when I fill in a swatch, I go from dark to light, and then the bottom one I put an underlayer of a white pencil, and then I go over the top of that. So even though, let's use the red violet, we've got 4 different colors from the one pencil over here, just because we use different pressures and because the bottom one we mixed with white. So when you have that many different colors from one pencil, but you have your swatches like this, you can take your reference. I need a reference as an example. This is my diary, but I'm just going to use it as an example. So let's say you want to find colors using your from your reference, and this is your reference. Then you're going to use your swatch and you're going to compare it. And then you're going to compare the dark values and the light values, so you can see what you can get out of just that one pencil. And then you've got your values sorted. So like you have your graphite, you've got your values of your graphite. This time when you're switching to colored pencils, you have your values of each colored pencil, And when you're looking at your reference, you've got something to compare to your reference to find your color, and then you just start working that way. And then it just takes a bit of practice to get the hang of blending smoothly using a liquid medium. So you have to just sort of practice with that a bit, and then the more you learn what layering is really about in colored pencil, the more you'll switch over from your mindset of using graphite to a mindset of using colored pencils. Okay. I hope that helped a little. Yep, so Wicked says, first decide if you, so we had a question about what paper is the best to use with graphite. And Wicked, because she's got a lot of experience with graphite and she's very, very good with graphite drawings, she says, first you decide if you prefer smooth or textured paper. Then you go test the papers. If textures, you explore what kind of textures you prefer and how strong. And then, of course, if it's going to be smooth, then you try the smooth. So yeah, it's all personal preference. You do just have to test things out. Jamie says, I want a Chaldean diary. I don't use a diary. I know, how cool are these? So this diary, oops, yeah, I'm not recording anyways. So this, you can get a custom made diary made with your artwork. So I've got Cecil in the back here, and I have my Jaguar in the front, and yeah, you can custom make the inside, and it's such a nice little diary. It's so pretty. But I tend to use my my Gmail or my Google Calendar more than I use that diary. But it is pretty. Karen says, thank you, that makes perfect sense. I'm glad. Okay, so let's pick the next winner. I haven't had any new entrants, so those that have entered, their chances are pretty high. So we have, let me just take Aimee out because she's been done today. So how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 21. Okay, so we have we have 21 people that have entered, and we have, today's 19, so we have 6 more drawings to go. So you have a, what does that mean? 6 out of 21? Anyways, so we have Shara, Barb, David, Lundy, Luke, Steph, Nanette. Come on, we're all rooting for Nanette. We really are. We want Nanette to get her ram drawn. Maureen, Marianne, Shara. Shara is in twice. Why is she in twice? I thought I took that out yesterday. Okay, Shara. Lottie, Majin, Ngozi, Amal, Carrie. Lenny, Jody, Joanne, we've done. Renee, Christy, and Jody. So there's 2 Jodys. They are 2 different Jodys. Save. Okay. Margine. Oh, of course. Gotta take Margine off. Save. Cool, cool. Is there anyone else I need to take off? Too many M's, and then I forget which M's have been used. The next Nanette is like, shh, don't jinx me. Hey Valerie, thank you. Yes, Margine just let me know. So she is off. Okay, I think we're good to go now. I think we're good. Blossom says, I don't see me. Let's go find you. Okay, so you probably don't want me to use your real name, do you? Just use Blossom? Okay, Loella, you happy for me to put it Loella? Okay, cool. So, Loella entered her granddaughter and her horse Blossom. It's a beautiful photo. Okay, Loella. I'm just going to put Blossom there to remind me. Loella Blossom. Okay, save. Majine's like, Nanette, better odds for you now that I'm not in the list. Okay, cool. We're ready to go. Okay. So, let's pick the next one. Lenny! Congratulations, Lenny. I don't think Lenny's usually on the chat, but I'm pretty sure she keeps watching. So, let me go see what image Lenny submitted. Congratulations, Lenny. I'm sorry, Nanette. Oh, he's so cute. Lenny submitted a picture of her dog Alfie, and it is the cutest photograph. I'll show you in a second. Okay. So add Alfie. It's such a cute name. It's a very good quality photo. Look at that. That is Alfie. So Lenny submitted this photo of her dog, and that is going to be the one that I'll be drawing on Monday or your Sunday. Cool. That was going to be fun. Jamie's asking, is the guy who entered the eye on the student portal here Michael? Michael usually says hi when he is, so maybe he's not here. Oh, tomorrow's giveaway. Thank you, Luke. Tomorrow's giveaway is your favorites. A Father's Pride. So tomorrow's giveaway is this one. This print. Let me zoom out so you can see. So not tomorrow's, Monday's. Your Sunday's giveaway is this print of A Father's Pride. And yeah, this is the biggest pencil drawing I have ever done, and it is almost a whole meter in length. So it's 930, I think, millimeters by 800 and something. So it's huge. It's massive. And this print is A3 size. So that's going to be the next one. So to qualify to win that print, which is actually the only print I've made of it so far, to qualify for that one, you need to comment ROAR in the description of this live stream once it ends. Yes, it's a Cocker Spaniel. Not the lion, but the Lenny's drawing is the Cocker Spaniel. Thank you. I was also trying to figure out the breed. David, there's still time. There's still a possibility. Between David and Nanette, we have to pick them. Hopefully the randomizer will pick them. Maybe you'll at least win a giveaway. Make sure you guys comment for the giveaways. Yes, the word for tomorrow is roar. Jamie's saying I can't find the tutorial on the eye. Oh, okay, I'll send you the link. It's one that I did before this year, so it's not in the spreadsheet yet. Ronnie, if you guys have won a giveaway, don't enter again. Give the others a chance. Okay. Hey, Jerry. No, I'm not doing the raw. No. Okay. So Jamie got today's giveaway. So she's going to get a $50 voucher from Eckersley's. And yep, Jamie won the giveaway. And Lenny has the next live. Cool. I am going to take a 2-minute break. I just want to turn the aircon on because it is stinking hot. What is the temperature? 32 degrees. And then I'll be back. Okay. David is like, I'll have to create 10 more Patreon accounts with fake names for this month to up my chances. Oh dear. That'll be very expensive for you because you're going to have to pledge $5 for each new account. Hey Chris. See you, Luke. Thank you for joining us. Cool, that's all the important things done. Now we can just keep going with the drawing. Aww. Timer, and then we can put the... Start the timer, start the camera. Cool. It is already so humid and hot. It's icky. Icky, icky. And then the minute it's afternoon, then the sun is towards this room, and it just cooks it. It cooks my studio room. Dee Dee's asking, where did you get your diary printed? I think it's called personalplanner.com. So it's like that. So personalplanner.com. They're really good. I'd love to sell these, but it's pretty expensive. It's like $80 for a diary. And if I wanted to get a couple of them to sell them, it would just, it's too much money. You're better off just customizing your own, and then it's personal. Plus it takes a good 4 to 6 weeks before you get it. It takes a little while. Robert's asking, did you water your plant yet? No, but let's do that. Oh my gosh, you should see what he looks like now. Benjamin has grown a little bit. So look at him. He looks like a little, I don't know, an old little Asian mushroom. A wise mushroom. So I've had one bottle. I still need to drink a lot more. Okay, timer, cancel. Start that again. Yay! Hello, Aimee. I'm using Lumograph. It's happening. Aimee got to see Benjamin grow up. Oh gosh, we're so weird. You forgot ears. I'm sort of demonstrating that, Chris. So I just use the different shades of the Lumograph pencils and then blend them smooth using Tortillions like this. And then I have a little print that I keep close by to see how well I'm doing. So by keeping it close, I can see what I need to add or change or fix. So I've gone too dark over here. I'll probably use a bigger eraser. Oh wait, is this where the kneaded eraser comes in handy? Just to lighten things up. Oh, it does too. Cool. Jamie's saying, I don't know if you saw me ask if you could draw Alfie in polychromos like you did Dougie. Maybe in the future when we need more references for the tutorials, but not at this stage, and you can only enter one image for this competition each. Or you can only be drawn once. You can't enter more than once. So sorry, Jamie. But you can certainly draw it. Oh my gosh, I'm struggling with this part of the lip. I can't see exactly what I should be doing. It's very, very light. It almost just goes into each other like that. Let's use the eraser for these highlights here. No, Alfie is Jamie's. Oh, Jamie's like, no, sorry. What I mean is, it would be great to see how you draw a shiny dog in real time as a tutorial. Okay, so next time something shiny comes up, we'll see if we can make it a real-time tutorial. Jamie, you're a patron, so it'll be a Patreon tutorial. But the next shiny thing that comes up, I'll try and make it a live Patreon tutorial. Yep. Oh my gosh, I got so confused. Alfie, Alfie, E-L-F-I-E, is Monday's Joy, and Jamie's asking me if we could do that in polychromos. I'm so sorry, I got extremely confused. I thought you sent me a message where you may have had an image of another dog that you wanted me to draw. I'm so sorry. Yes, okay, fine. We can do that one in polychromos so that I could show you guys how to do shiny fur. Do you want me to just stick to polychromos, or do you want me to use Prismas as well? Sorry, Jamie. I don't know what happened with my brain there. Thank you, Ronnie. Yeah, Ronnie clarified it. Oh dear. Esme says camera check. Yep. Thank you. You are not being pushy, not at all. Sorry, Jamie. I just misunderstood completely. It's Saturday, but I have a Monday brain. Esme, I love the 8B pencil in this set. It is amazing. Okay, now before I work on the rest of the skin, no, maybe I should just finish it. So blending in a bit more here under the nose. Yeah, that's better already. Okay, I will use the Polychromos pencils and the Holbein pencils. Let's use that one for Alfie. No, see, I want to go switching to an area that I'm not busy with. Okay, let's start working with some more. I just want to see where the side of the nose there, if that's dark enough. Yeah, I'd say so. It's dark enough. Where's the other one? Here. Okay, so using the 2H, which is the lightest pencil I have, I want to just use the side of it. Pay attention to the shapes on the top of the nose. So these values over here, at the top here, is what I want to do. So this area here. No, that's going to confuse me. Just hold it here. Wicked says it's so funny how many artists buy new art supplies with excitement and then they avoid using them for as long as possible. Just stare at them and the pretty colors. Didi's asking, how do you decide what mediums when you start a new piece? Well, usually I just use the same things all the time. So I've always been using my Polychromos and my Prismacolor pencils, it's only with this November challenge that I decided to try all the other suppliers that I have as well. But I mainly like using oil and wax-based pencils. That's my favorite suppliers are oil and wax-based pencils to draw with. So I've been doing a lot of them, but since this challenge, because I've been experimenting with so many different things, I might be doing more things with different supplies. And I've sort of, the way I've been picking the supplies for this challenge is I guess dependent on the reference. So I would look at the reference and be like, okay, I haven't tried these supplies, I think they'll work well with this reference. For like the Inktense, for example, I hadn't used the Inktense pencils before, and I got a dolphin was selected, so Margine's image of a dolphin, and I thought that would be a great reference to use to test out the Inktense. So, and it did, it ended up being the perfect reference to use for the Inktense pencil. So I guess I sort of just judge it by the reference and try and think of what material will work best and hope for the best. Ismay's asking, which pencils are you using? Oh, right now I'm using the 2H. Peggy, thank you. I saw. That's great. Welcome to Patreon. Did you subscribe? Which one did you subscribe to? If you subscribe to the $8 student tier, then you will get the Udemy course for free and 2 of the ebooks that I have available. Nanette says, I'm still waiting for you to do a fresco. What is a fresco? What do you mean by fresco? Oh, like the Renaissance paintings. Yeah, that I don't think I'll ever be that good. Those are like, wow. Yeah, the fresco. Like in the chapels and stuff. Thanks. I'm flattered that you think I could possibly do something like that. Gareth is saying, why don't you get black edition of pencils? What do you mean? Apparently for graphite, these are the darkest you can get. And the 8, I love the 8B. I mean, that's pretty dark. I'm very happy with that. Oh, that's okay, Peggy. I mean, the $5 one, you get access to all the live stream tutorials. And... yep. I think I'm doing okay for someone who doesn't use graphite much. I'm very impressed with these pencils. I like them more than the Faber-Castell 9000 series. Much more. Yeah, Gareth says they are darker and less shine. Are you talking about the... Okay, I can't keep up with the comments. If you guys need me to see anything, just put in capital letters. Aimee says, you've captured Kai so well. Oh, I'm glad. So I'm holding the very back of the pencil so that I'm not using pressure. I'm only using the weight of the pencil. The weight of the pencil is the pressure that I'm placing on there. My hand is not making any pressure. And then I'm using the side of the pencil to very, very softly start adding in those values. Camera check. Oh, Garrett. Oh, what? Even darker. Wow. Yep. I have a timer on for my camera this time. You guys should be able to see that better now. Yes, Esme, I forgot to record a whole chunk. If you watch the time lapse of the parrot we did yesterday, there's like a jump from a very light parrot to a much darker parrot. But this time the timer is working. I became too reliant on you, Esme. Yeah, Jamie did good. It was when I did part 2 without anybody to remind me that I skipped the whole first bit of the recording. But Jamie was good during the live stream. Yes. She's in reserve. Oh, good night, Loel. Thank you for joining us. If you guys hear kids and that, I mean, it's Saturday, it's sunny, it's warm, the neighbors, all my neighbors have kids, so you'll probably hear them in the background. Ooh, Valerie says... It's so cool. Valerie's husband, he's so funny. He created a little YouTube video called Oblivious, which was really cool. And now they have, Valerie just said that Oblivious 2 trailer will be up in the morning. Cool, I can't wait. Oh, please share it on our Facebook page. And no, it's sort of relevant to art because it's very creative. But not quite, but I'll let you share it to the Facebook page so that everyone can see it. It's very funny. Okay, let's use the two. I have been using the 2B for shading. Okay, so let's. The side of the face here is, the back of the side of the face is very shadowed. One thing that I do if I'm not recording, which now is never, I don't have my paper taped down so I can move things around a lot. So now I always have to maneuver my whole body because I can't maneuver the paper. Because we want to keep the paper stable for the time lapse. It's very dark under the chin, so I'm not too worried about sort of outlining the face the way I am. And then if you look just under the chin here, you've got a shadow, quite a dark shadow there. Valerie's saying that he's doing this for his art video editing class. Well, then it's very relevant. Jerry's asking, Shaldine, are you familiar with the work of Alan Williams? He's an amazing artist. This graphite session makes me think of his work. Same methodology in terms of blending. Alan Williams. No. I can't say I have. Maybe I have. I'm so bad with names. I need to see people's faces for me to say, oh yeah, I know what that person does. I don't remember the names. But I'll have a look. Thank you. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the 2H. Okay, I still want to blend that in just to get it nice and smooth, and then I'll keep moving further up. Peggy's saying Kai is coming out beautiful. He is. I'm having a lot of fun. He's looking really good. So for you guys that don't know Wicked or Esme that are on the chat feed right now, you should see their graphite work. You can't even compare this to what they do. Both of them are just epic in graphite. So make sure you have a look at their Instagram accounts. So Wicked and Esme, do you mind putting your Instagram tags on here? I'll approve it so it'll show up on the chat feed. Okay, let's blend in some other areas. So I just want to blend any excess off of here. Blend the nose in a bit more. Camera check, thank you. 7 seconds. Start. Yes, so Aimee is Emerald Sunshine 7. I'm pretty sure Wicked's is Wicked Illusion. So have a look at their Instagram. It's amazing. Depending on how Wicked goes next year, we might be doing a collab. And then I'm reckoning maybe we should do a collab with all 3 of us. Wicked, Aimee, and myself. Aimee, are you up for it? All you have to do is take a lot of work in progress photos, and then we can make a video out of all the work in progress photos. Just make sure that the camera is positioned in the same way for all the work in progress photos. And then we'll collab it that way. Sunrise, not sunshine. Oh, did I say sunshine? Emerald sunrise. I'm sorry. So I'm thinking I might even take a piece of tissue and see if I can get extra smooth. Or just really, really soft on those edges. Yes, that's good. Why is the music not playing? Did you finish it? Okay, so I've already spoken to Wicked about it, so it can only be like mid next year that we can do it. But okay, Aimee is in, Wicked. Aimee is in. So Wicked's Instagram is Wicked Illusion Art. It's really good. I need cleaner stumps. Tortillions. Stumps doesn't sound very nice, but tortillions. Cool. Just using whatever excess I have on there to lightly add very, very subtle variations. I am loving the way this is looking. Ooh, Valerie says fine sandpaper will clean the stumps. Ah, and then Esme said that too. Cool, I didn't know that. I'll have to, I'm sure we have some in the shed somewhere. Or use a blade. Okay, cool. Cool. If they get dirty enough, I shall do that. Let's make a very nice smooth edge. Better put this over under my hand before Nanette lets me know. Oh my gosh, Kaya's got such an adorable face. That nose. And those eyes. They're so pretty. I still gotta do eyelashes, but those are like touch-up details for later. Okay, let's do this dark background here. Excuse me. Esme's saying the graphite was a good choice because it gives the baby a soft feel. Yeah, it ended up being, yeah, the perfect little reference for me to practice with some graphite. See you in a bit, Mary. Okay, now I'm using the amazing 8B pencil. Oh my gosh, this pencil is so soft. So soft. Jamie says my art dealer showed me how he does this. He uses a blade to slice down the edge, then you peel a layer off and ta-da! Fresh paper. reposition. Ugh. Cool, cool, cool. I'm just using the excess on here and just establish some of the shapes down here, the real dark ones. Wicked's given me some nice reassurance. Progressing really well, Shells. Didn't need to worry. Jamie's like, now we're in France. I know, this music's actually quite nice. It's very cheerful. Okay. Now what do we want to do? See, I'd like that to be even darker. Let's just restart the camera. Yes, it makes you think of Ratatouille. Yeah, I want that to be even darker. I did buy a charcoal pencil. Do I want to use it? I don't know. Let's just leave it. So the lighting that I have on here, see, that's why I love the DSLR. The DSLR lighting and the it looks darker, whereas this almost looks hazy with a camcorder. It's just not as good. Anyways. You can keep layering that 8B, says Aimee. More than that. Oh my gosh, you can. Look, that is darker. When you put this in a scanner, Aimee, won't it reflect? I wonder what it would be like in this if you put it in the scanner. Or do you seal it with a fixative when you're done? Maybe like a matte fixative would take away any shine, wouldn't it? cool. That's good. That's better. See, it looks shiny to you guys on this camera. Let's try something here. Let's reduce the brightness a little, up the contrast a bit more. Okay, let's see if that helps a bit. Okay, maybe that will help a little bit. Let's use the 2B. Aimee says, yes, I use a matte fixative. Okay. I know, Jamie, it's really hot. I got the aircon on. It's super cool right now. It's nice. Okay, cool. You guys aren't getting a shine. That's good. It seems asking, I wonder how you manage... Are you talking to me? How you manage to make time to draw being a mother. Super cool. I'm not a mother. I don't have any kids. If you're saying that to me. But I do agree, it's super cool for those mums out there that do find ways to do all of that. They're like super skilled at time management. Plus it helps if kids are in school, because then you could use some of those hours of your day. Oh, that dog. So noisy. David. It's like, what about dads? Yes, sorry, dads too. Dads too. I'm sorry. I commend the dads that have kids and are able to make time to draw amazing things. Poor dads, they don't get enough credit for what they do for the kids either. That's okay, Asim. I wonder what made you assume I was a mum. Camera check. It's almost there. May as well restart it. Oh, Kali says that Kai's dad is an artist. Ah, you should get Aimee to send us some of his drawings. Jada says you make drawing look so easy. It is easy. You just need to try and take your time. Watch a lot. There's so much good video content out there for you to learn from. Aimee says that Kai's dad is a graphite artist. Does he have an Instagram account that you can share with us? David says, all my kids like to draw. I was giving my 14-year-old a tutorial on drawing eyes the other day. He came back with 2 pages full of eyes in his sketchbook. Oh, that is so cool. Oh, wouldn't that would just make you so proud. Jamie. Oh my gosh, speaking of cleaning, I need to clean the house. I need to do washing. I got all those usual human chores to catch up with. The kids in the house in the back of us, so they got twin boys, and I think they have a daughter and another boy, so I think they got 4 kids, and they are busybodies. They are very loud. But at least they're outside all the time, I guess. They're outside a lot, which I guess is a good thing. The only annoying thing is when they throw things over the fence. They throw hard toys over the fence, not just the balls. Fair enough, I can understand if a ball ends up over the fence, but they throw other stuff over. And they throw their apple cores and shit over it too, which annoys the hell out of me, but kids will be kids, won't they? I just get annoyed because I don't want my dogs to end up eating something that they throw over that could do harm to them. So now when they throw toys over, I don't give them back anymore. Yeah, I know. It's very frustrating. Luckily, where they throw it usually ends up at the back of the shed. Because it's their fence, then we have a big section there, and then we have the shed. But the dogs can't get to the back of the shed. So, usually they don't throw it where the dogs can reach it. But still, it's so naughty. It's so naughty. And they won't listen to me. I've told them before, don't do that. You might hurt the dogs, but they don't listen. Anyways. So, using the 8B to darken this up, because it is very dark. I mean, if I throw the apple cores back, then it's like they become worse. They end up throwing more stuff over. So I just, everything that ends up over the fence goes in the bin. Even their toys. We don't throw the balls away though, so we just keep them. We don't throw the balls back. And I mean, if their parents want them, then their parents must come and see me, because I would like to talk to them. Why aren't you working? Valerie, it's such a hard thing to do though, because you never know if they're the sort of parents that will always just not care about what anyone has to say. Their kids are always right sort of attitude. So I don't want to cause any trouble. So we are going to put extenders on the fence though. So we're going to make them higher, because they do like, sometimes they hang over the fence. I can see them. They hang over the fence and they antagonize the dogs. So we're going to put something up there so they can't. I even said to Vinny, could we just put an electric fence up there? But no. So we're just going to add an extra extension to the top of the fence so that it's too high. And also the reason I say that about the parents is that I've watched the kids hang over the fence, and I can see their mother in the window looking at them. She can see what they're doing, so why doesn't she tell them off? So if I'm gonna speak to her about it, I'm sure it will just cause drama. So I'm just gonna keep their toys. And we plan on getting the extension for the fence done soon. So in the new year. Esme's like, put barbed wire. Turn the hose on them. Yeah, I should do that. Yeah, we have cameras up. We just have to lift them a bit higher so they can see that part of the fence. See, we can't do that though, because if we have the cameras look at the top of their fence, or at the top of our fence, you can see into 2 of the windows of their house, and we're not allowed to do that. So our cameras are just low enough so you can't see the top of the fence. Camera check. Yes, almost time. Anyways, we'll get it sorted out. We could probably, if we add another camera to the back of the shed, we would be able to see a lot more. And then we could position it so it doesn't see the windows. But anyways, we will figure it out. David will sort them out for me. Jamie would agree with me if I say there's so many Aussie parents that just let their kids rule over them. They swear at their parents, they treat them badly, and it's almost like it's becoming a normal thing. It's disgusting, the teenagers you get here and how they treat people. They have no respect. His parents won't discipline their kids. And there's so many rules, like, I don't know. Like with me, if I had kids, I would give them a big wallop on the bum. I would smack them if they're being naughty. But in Australia, that's like such a big no-no. That's like abuse. So parents can't discipline their kids in that sense. And parents, you know, don't take things away from their kids so that they learn. I mean, if I got into trouble when I was little, I got a hiding. I got a decent smack on the bum. And I would get my favorite things taken away from me for like a week or 2 weeks. So I would learn. But yeah, it's just not the way they do things here. And teachers get walked all over by the kids because the teachers don't have enough. You know, it's like the kids have more rights than the teachers do. The teachers aren't allowed to kick kids out of the classroom if they're being disobedient. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's like there's just not enough room for parents or teachers to be strict anymore. Which allows kids to get away with stuff like that. Oh, Valerie's like, I don't think that's an Australian thing. Yeah, it's probably everywhere. But I must say, I noticed it more in Australia than I did in South Africa. I guess in South Africa, your teacher could give you a smack. Your teacher could kick you out the class. And my parents always believed my teachers over me, so I couldn't get away with anything, even if I wanted to. When I say teachers could smack me, they could smack me with a ruler on my hands. Not the back of my hands, the palm of my hands. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's how I remember in school. I had to line up. Well, that's in South Africa. In Australia, yeah, you could just get away with anything in school. I remember in Australia, I really respected my teachers, but I remember I had a technical drawing class, and the teacher asked one of the students if they would go to the office and go and collect something. And the student flat out said to the teacher, no, I don't want to. And the teacher didn't demand that he go and do it because he can't. So I offered and said, I'll do it. And then everyone always thought I was a suck up in class. But I wasn't. I was just being respectful towards my teachers because the students just don't do that. It's disgusting. But in South Africa, they're so strict. There's still a lot of discipline there, and you don't get away with nothing in school. Okay, we will get off the topic because that can be a bit of a sensitive one for some people. Cool. So I am using the 8B because there's a lot of really dark areas here. I'm pretty much just going straight into... So I know like with graphite, a lot of artists gradually go darker and darker. But I am just going with the darkest where I could see it. I won't do this in the face though. I guess with the face I'll gradually go darker because that's very important. But if you're doing things like clothing and that, I guess you could be a little less serious about it.
How can I help you this afternoon?
So whenever I really say a then Suri wants to pop up on my phone. Oh, now she doesn't wanna. Oh, David, that's so cool. I know I said we're going to change the subject, so we won't carry on. Ooh, Carol's saying, how are you not getting a shine with the graphite? That's what's so cool about these Lumograph pencils. They don't have a shine. They don't have a shine. It's so great. Esme or Wicked, can you tell me the technicalities of why they don't have a shine? And why other graphite pencils do have a shine? Is it because they have a higher consistency of carbon, I think? Or something around those lines? Hi, Tracy. Okay, so Esme says they're a mix of graphite and carbon. So I'm guessing the carbon, or the consistency of carbon in there, is what prevents the shine. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going, following along my reference. Oh, Valerie. Wicked is saying, no shine on your work right now because you haven't pressed hard and working lightly with harder grades. Only 7 AB Lumograph have carbon mixed in them. Okay, so the real dark pencils have carbon mixed in them, and they're the only ones that I've really pressed firmly, and they have no shine. So that's great. And with the lighter pencils, I'm not pressing very hard, so there would be no need for them to shine. Carol's like, I think I need those pencils now. Christmas list just got bigger. I still have a little while to go. Let's restart. David says, I like the Faber-Castell 9000 graphite. I don't get much of a shine out of those. Really, those are the ones I used the last time and I didn't like them as much. I didn't feel like the dark was dark enough for me. But I need to give them another go. Oh my gosh, I'm starting to get really hungry. Wah! My pencil just slipped slightly too far there, but it's okay, we saved it. Welcome back, Tanya. It's so cool to hear, like David says, I didn't like the Derwent graphite pencils. It's really nice to see. We all just have a different taste for things. Like, you try something, you have to try something first to know if you're going to like it. Yes, watching other artists use something gives you an idea of what they think about it, and you might think the same, but you're never going to know until you try it for yourself. And then sometimes you just don't end up liking a supply as much as you thought you would. But it's nice to hear the different perspectives on it. So I'm still using the 2B. I think the 2B is the one that I've used the most. Yes, Valerie, you do then. So I need to do another graphite soon. It's been 10 years since the last one. Alex has also used Derwent, but not happy with it either. And Esme says Derwent's her favorite. Wow. That's sort of the thing that put me off of graphite, really, is the shine. But after Esme and Rika told me about these pencils, I accepted giving it another go, and this is good. There's like a slight shine if you really look at an angle, but you have to really look at an angle. Otherwise, there's no shine really. Not compared to the other graphite pencils I've used. Whoa! We got a few new subs on Patreon. Thank you. So if you're an $8 sub, when I'm done with the video, the live stream, I will send you your student portal login, and then you should get immediate access to the Udemy course, which you can do for free, and you'll get the ebooks for free as well, for the cat eyes and the cherry lips. So you'll get an email invite. It will say invitation, and then you just have to put in your own password, and then you'll have your own personal login for the student portal. Aimee loves it. She thinks it's perfect. As long as Aimee likes it. Because this is her grandson. I'm so glad you can join us in the live stream. I'm sure it must feel quite nice watching it happen. Wow. So Esme just sounds like she knows how to work with the Derwents. She just knows them. If you've been using them for 9 years, that's wow. Okay, using the 8B. Didi's asking, how do you store your graphite drawings after you are done with it without it smearing? So Esme said that she does spray a matte fixative over it, so I will be doing that too, and then that should stop it. Oh, Aimee. Okay, it's 1:30 and I am so hungry. So I think I'm going to end the stream now. I will put a real-time clip of the rest of this drawing on. It'll just be an unlisted video while I'm recording it. And then I will post that after, so you can still watch part 2 in real time, except you won't have the live feed chat like you see it now. If that's okay, I would like to take a break. And yeah, so tomorrow is my last day off until the end of this challenge. So tomorrow is Sunday, and I'll start again on Monday, and then Saturday, next Saturday, is when I do the last drawing. So hopefully I don't end up taking another day off and extending it to the week after, because I want this to be finished, and then I need it to be finished by Saturday so I can order the second lot of the calendars, which will have, so the second lot of the calendars that you can pre-order now will have the last 13 drawings in. So this one will be in the second lot of the calendars. And then I can order them on Saturday and try and send them out. As soon as I get my hands on them, I'll be sending them out to everybody, along with all the giveaways and the drawings and everything as well. So, yeah, so I am going to enjoy my day off tomorrow, because it'll be the last one, and then it's going to be 6 days to just do the last 6 drawings. And yeah, it's going to be really fun. So on Monday, we are going to be drawing Alfie, which is Lenny's dog. And we'll be using the Polychromos pencils and the whole band pencils to do that one. And yes, and congratulations Jamie on winning your Eckersley's art voucher for today's giveaway. And Amy and Carly, thank you so much for joining us today. I'm so glad you were able to watch. It was a real pleasure, and I'm excited to see Kai finished. I mean, I can still add some white to the highlighted areas to make the highlights pop even more. But also in general, I want to say that I really like the Lumograph Graphite Pencils. They do not shine. They blend really nice. And I actually like it on this paper too. So this is the Stonehenge Multi paper. And it is the pearl grey. So I have the materials listed in the description. And yes, I think that's it. Carly loves it. Cool. Ooh, Valerie's taking their grandbaby to Arizona tomorrow. Enjoy. Carol says, thank you, Sheldine. Go relax. I'd like to relax. Yes, I need to remember camera check when I do it. Wicked says, I have an idea. I'm getting rid of never used Coup pencils in some giveaway or something, along with other supplies. So I have an excuse to work in just pencil. In just pencils I want to use. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's a nice idea. These were a gift, so I used them, but they are better quality pencils I want to use. So if I give them away, I won't feel bad for just abandoning supplies I have. True. Wicked is saying, glad it was a positive experience working with graphite today. Beautiful results. And Valerie's, yeah, more reference photos. Okay guys, thank you for joining me today. I will see you guys on Monday. My Monday. Your Sunday. Alrighty. Have a good evening, most of you. And Jamie, enjoy the rest of your day. And the rest of those that are in Australia. And in Perth, it is still morning. So you guys enjoy the rest of your day as well. You're welcome, Amy. Thanks guys. Bye.